Hello everybody, welcome to MJ Hobby Corner. Well, it's been a minute, hasn't it? I'm Julie. I'm MJ's trusty sidekick, and if you've been around a bit, you know that I've been a little ill these past, couple of months, right?
Couple of months, yeah, it's been a while already.
Yeah, so we'll get more into that. I'll give you a little bit more of an update of my health journey, so to speak. But before I do that, I'd want to thank all of our new subscribers. We really appreciate you. We're glad that you are part of our corner crew, and welcome. And we hope you stick around. So then you have some people that you would like to thank as well, right?
Sure, I want to thank our patrons on Patreon. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you subs for your support here on the channel. And for everyone that has supported us in Wargames Vault, it really is making a difference to help the studio have its own little budget. So I want to thank you guys. I will be making some new Scratchbuilder monthlies and Scratchbuilder single project issues that I'm going to put up on Wargames Vault soon. So and then before we continue, and Julie's going to give a little bit of her health update, I want to thank Mr. Marley Griffin, who sent me this awesome book. Look at that. King Arthur Pendragon. And this is 5th edition, 5.1, edition 5.1, I do believe. Yes, it is. And yeah, so this was when I was doing my take on the whole WotC issue and OGL issue. This person actually sent me an RPG so that I can check it out, and that was very generous of you. Thank you, Marley. And yes, we will be using it because there is a ton of information in here, and a lot of cool information like cultural stuff for that era, knighthood, all that stuff. And I think I'm going to buy me the bestiary when I can. So that'll be really cool. So we have a ton of RPGs here on the table that my group will be going over. But we've pretty much made a decision on the RPGs.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, all right.
Excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely exciting. Bring some RPG content to the channel. I'll let you just tell everyone a little bit about your health and what's been going on and all that.
Okay, so my health update. Well, goodness, where do I start? Everybody knows that I'd been in the hospital like a month and a half ago, right? And then I came home and it was, recovering sort of slowly. And then the gallbladder was the first time, right?
Right.
Okay. So I had my gallbladder out. We were confident that was the underlying issue with the underlying problem for the issues that I've been having. We hoped. So I was home for a couple of days and was sick again and ended up having to go back to the hospital. This time I ended up with sepsis and stress-induced cardiomyopathy from they think from the trauma my body was dealing with the surgery and everything else that it was dealing with, and it was just too much. And the infection, of course, too, was a lot of stress on my heart. It was just too much stress, and I ended up with cardiomyopathy, which I will most likely be in rehab for a little bit. And that wasn't it. Oh my gosh, no, that wasn't it. So then I came home from the hospital from that procedure that I had. Catheterization. I had a catheterization to make sure because they were afraid that I had a heart attack. So they did that and it was clear, no blockages, it was good. So that's positive. So they sent me home and a couple days later, I was sick all over again, same thing. And this time we checked my blood pressure, and it was high, like it had been the time before. So I went back and was in for another few days, and they didn't really find anything. So we still are trying to figure it out, but
So she will be seeing specialists and all that, and has doctor's appointments coming, and so it's been pretty difficult. So like you said, you were in the hospital like 3 times, and ironically, I had put up a Deep Wars video, the last Deep Wars, the last 2-player game that we did,
right.
And I just wanted to put up the clips that I had. I didn't want to lose those clips. And at the end, I said, Julie's getting better. Well, ironically, like a couple of days after that video, she ended up in the hospital again. And it's like, oh, man. So that's why I haven't really updated.
Same day, I think it was.
It was the same day. Yeah. So, again, but here she is. She wanted to come on and say hello to everyone. And we also want to thank everyone for all of their good wishes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You guys have been awesome that way.
Yeah, I appreciate it so much, and it's really it's comforting, and it gives you a good feeling, and it really did help when I was in the hospital to see that. So I really appreciate everybody for that. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, and seriously. I appreciate it as well.
Yeah.
So while we're here, we'll do a short little update with Julie. And then I don't want to like overrun her and make sure that we can play Tuesday, hopefully.
Have to have enough energy to beat him.
She has to have, yeah. Go on, Julie. We've got to get those 2-player games going.
And if he wins, it's only because he took advantage of a poor sick girl.
Alrighty. Yeah. Julie's ready to beat me again. That's right. All right, so what should we do? You want to do the RPG game update?
Yes.
So you had
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so as you guys know, this Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on how Julie feels, we are hoping to play our first game of Easy D6 by DM Scotty. This is a role-playing system by DM Scotty, and we thought it was perfect for Julie. She had never, ever played a role-playing game before, and I just think it's a perfect system for that. Perfect choice for a new player. So, Julie, you have yourself a Goblin Beastmaster. That's Julie's little character. Ravina. And I already posted a video on like some of my thoughts, a map and some information that I've been like drafting and stuff. And that's it. We're hoping to play our first game, and I got to do a few things to prepare, and that's it. We'll have some fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
You already have an idea about how she's going to be, like, acting and, like, her personality?
Am I going to talk about her at all? Like,
sure.
Right now? Anyway, yeah. Elves. I always play elves. And so this time I decided to step out of my comfort zone a little bit and try a goblin. So her name is Ravina, and she's short, obviously, and she has long red hair. And she's a Beastmaster, which will be a lot of fun. She has a pet meerkat, and also a wolf, right?
A wolf, yeah. I decided to give the wolf right away because of the storyline, because you're going to be a guard, a caravan guard. So your little caravan is going to be going up. You chose north, I think, right? You said up north. She had a choice of, there were 2 trains, one going south into the desert and one going north. And her caravan's going to go north and trade. I believe it's probably going to be a human village, although I don't know. And yeah, so we'll see.
So yeah, stay tuned and then tune in.
Yep, and that should be Tuesday, hopefully.
Hopefully so. Yeah.
So.
Yep. So that's Ravina. Come back and see more about her.
you definitely see Julie flesh her out and kind of, yeah, so that'll be interesting. And I have to get my game mastering skills, you know, ready as well. And in this game, in Easy D6, the storyteller is called the Rabble Rouser.
Ah, all right.
And players are called the Shovers and Pushers.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, it'll be fun. It's my first real attempt at a role-playing game.
Yeah.
We played that one.
Right. Oh, that's right. You did play that one. Yeah. Okay.
But it wasn't.
Well, you weren't feeling well, I think, that night or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I believe she's referring to Lancer.
Yes.
The Lancer game, which is a very interesting mech game, but it's very anime, and it's interesting, and it's the first time I had played it as well. So, but we'll be doing some fantasy playing, and yeah, so definitely come on board, and we will have our first RPG video using the rules from DM Scotty, Easy D6.
And what I would like to know is, I'd like to know who our RPG lovers are. I want to know, you know, how many of you are looking forward to seeing some RPG stuff on our channel. We'd like to know. I would love to know. So put that in the comments for us. We'd love to talk to you. So, you know, if you want to talk to us, just drop a comment and we will comment back.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So now, as far as our group is concerned, I met with a couple of my friends, and we decided first on Forbidden Lands. This is a game that they were interested in. And we're going to do the quick start rules. And, of course, Julie would be involved in that as well. And then they were also interested in trying Easy D6 as a group. At least a couple of people may come on board and play with Julie and kind of help develop the story a little bit. So Julie's not always alone. So that's going to be cool. And then I think the second game that they were really looking into was GURPS. We were looking into doing a GURPS fantasy. I do have 4th edition GURPS. And GURPS, yeah, GURPS. It's a system that's been around for a long time, and it's more like a toolbox of rules, so that basically you can create your own worlds, whatever they are, steampunk, any genre, and then there are books that help you and give you information and whatever, help you develop the rules. It also has its own adventures. It has a core rule book, and that's what you use. And basically you use as many of the rules as you want. You know, so if you want a game that's in depth, you use whatever is there in the core rule books. And if you want it a little more simplified, then you just use the core rules and add your own, kind of thing. So it's a really cool, interesting role-playing system, GURPS.
Okay.
And it's been around for a while. This is like the 4th edition. So, so that's, they're thinking about that. And then maybe further up the line, we'll look into Talislanta. I mean, there are tons, like I said, I have tons of RPGs here now to look into. So little by little, we'll do some role-playing. All right.
Sounds like fun.
Is that it? Oh, Stargrave and Reaper Warlord.
Right, because we're putting the polls on hold, right?
We're putting the polls on hold. That's right. Julie brought up a good point. We are putting the polls on hold for a little while until she's not ready yet to do a whole play session. Of course, with role-playing, she's sitting down at least. You know what I mean? With our tabletop games, we're constantly moving around and kind of, I don't know, it's a whole different dynamic. But if she doesn't feel right for the RPG, we won't do that either. So, it is what it is. But we're going to, just for a little while, we want to play Stargrave, because that's where we left off. Stargrave, Quarantine 37. and Reaper Warlord.
I thought we already played Stargrave.
No, we did. We only played Deep Wars. We were supposed to play Stargrave after Deep Wars.
Oh.
You got sick,
Right.
so we couldn't play
I thought we had already
Stargrave.
played before Deep Wars.
Well, yeah, we did, but then we did a poll and they chose Stargrave again.
Oh, all right. That's what I'm thinking of. Then.
Right.
Okay.
So Stargrave will be as soon as we can play a 2-player game. Stargrave will be next, and Reaper Warlord. So it'll be a while still. I think again, it all depends on how she's feeling. And if we can't play Easy D6 this Tuesday because she's not feeling up to it, we don't play.
Right, but hopefully. Yeah.
I'd like to see how she gives her goblin a personality, so that's going to be cool.
I've got all kinds of ideas.
Cool.
She has secrets.
Yep. Julie's working on her own little narrative and all that, so great.
It'll be fun.
Yep, and DM Scotty, if you're watching, definitely come check it out and give us your input.
Yeah, check it out. I'm
as
almost
well.
afraid to have him check it out.
No,
now,
yeah, he's a great guy. No, he's got a no. He's been on YouTube
oh my
forever.
God! Don't let her play anymore.
Don't let her play. No. It would never say that. No. He's cool. He's cool. He's very cool, and definitely, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how we manage the thing. It's a very, very simple role-playing system, and I love it for that. So, all right, folks. And anything else you want to say?
What's this campaign play?
Oh, that was something I forgot to mention before we go. We are trying to bring more narrative into our 2-player tabletop games. And so what we may do in the future for you guys, as soon as the studio opens, because it's closed right now, but as soon as the studio opens and we can film in there and have all the space, what we will do is probably have you guys vote on games the way we normally do, but they're going to be campaigns. They're going to be mini campaigns. So you guys will vote for a game of the month, and that's all we will play that month. We'll try to get as many games as we can, and it'll be a little mini campaign. If we could only do 4 games that month, 3 games, whatever it is. So, but we do want to do it in like narrative style. And kind of bring a little bit more narrative because we only do pitched battles. And that's because it's so easy to set them up, So, that was pretty much all.
That's good though. I'm glad we're doing that. That's something different, and it's
yeah.
And
we can work on our little narratives and whatever. And I'm doing that for Patreon as well. We're going to be playing Advanced Song of Blades and Heroes and of Gods and Mortals, and they all have a little narrative to them.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
Cool.
And I just want to say that I'm really glad to be back, and I am looking forward to getting better day by day, and really jumping in afterwards, and really get going.
Get going. All right, and we may have some new faces this summer in our 2, 3, 4-player games, and definitely for our role-playing games. So stay tuned for that.
Allison, I could probably talk Allison into playing.
No, yeah, we may have definitely have other faces here on the channel. So hopefully it'll pull through, and you guys can see something a little different instead of her beating my ass all the time. Shout out to our friend of the channel, Maurice.
Oh, yes,
and,
absolutely.
Chase Tosh, who's a builder, and he has sent me some pictures on his Instagram, from the Instagram. He really does build some really cool things, and I have to ask his permission again, but I want to show some of his stuff as well. He's a good builder. So, Chase Tosh, shout out to you. And there's quite a few people. Quite a few people that we will definitely... Marty Bingham from Facebook as well. Shout out to you. He's also a very good builder, and he's a friend of the channel. He's sent me some raw materials in the past that I still use. a lot of that stuff. So yeah, thank you guys,
Mhm.
and we'll see each other soon. I have a game brewing, Skyships 1889. 1889? Yes, 1889. Skyships of Mars. So that game is coming up next.
Okay.
Have a good one, guys.
Take care, everybody.